This is my creative critical reflection, made by Amna Ahmed. Question 1, Part A. How does your product use or challenge conventions? My opening scene is based around the horror genre, which is divided into several subgenres such as psychological, slasher, or supernatural. My team and I settled on a combination of thriller and psychological horror as our theme. Whilst during my production, I think creatively for how I wanted to show my film to the audience. My group and I agreed on a range of props, setting, costume, hair, and makeup options during the production and planning phase. For the mise-en-scene, we wanted to create tension and suspense, so the product mainly uses the horror genre conventions, such as we used a psychotic masked antagonist, a powerless female victim, harsh lighting to cast shadows, a stereotypical desolated dark setting, weapons such as knife and ropes as our props. In terms of cinematography, we used underexposure during editing to invoke a sense of suspense in the dark. And we used Dutch tilts to create a spine-chilling effect for the audience. For sound, I used a combination of diegetic and non-diegetic sounds from the camera and other sources to create a sinister and creepy atmosphere, close to that of the film The Woman in Black, as we use that as our inspiration. For the credits, the opening credits and title used the same sans serif font named Chiller, which was colored in dark red to reflect blood splatter. We called the product The Last Kill. The typical psychological horror incorporates mental conditions such as schizophrenia, dissociative identity disorder, and antisocial personality disorder. Most of these illustrate the threat, violence, and unpredictability of the condition. With the thought, I decided I wanted our murderer to have a multiple personality disorder so that he could live a regular life during the day but transform into serial killer at night. We portrayed him in such a manner that even though he was going out to apprehend his victim, he seemed relaxed and in the appropriate mindset at the start of the opening. And though the portraitor remained anonymous in our final product, it defied the horror conventions by sharing valuable details and foreshadowing features. Horror films, on the other hand, like to leave the viewers guessing. Another way we challenged the conventions was by having our opening scene be a window into the future. Since the screen turned black before the murderer could kill, we don't actually know what happened to the victim, but people would assume she was murdered.